Hi, I'm Mitch, and I'm here to talk to you about the physics behind the electric bass guitar. But before I get into the physics of this wonderful instrument, I'd like to give a little bit of the history to it. Back in the early 1930s, a man by the name of Paul Tutmarc from Seattle, Washington, decided to create a smaller, more portable version of the upright bass, and to follow in the successful footsteps of the electric guitar. What he did to do this was he made the body of the bass into a smaller, solid piece of wood, and added frets, these small metal lines along the neck, to make the instrument easier to play and so fewer wrong notes would be played. The only problem with these modifications is that without a large hollow body, the vibrating strings would not create a resonance in the body amplifying its sound. The way he combated this was by adding pickups, these small black bars. I will get to the physics of that later. And now that we've gotten through the history, on to the physics. The way the instrument is played is by plucking a string, causing it to vibrate, and this vibration creates the frequency. The frequency of each string is determined by the weight of the string and the speed that it vibrates. For example, the E string is heavier than the G string and vibrates at a slower speed, thus meaning that it will have a lower frequency or lower note. But the frequency or note on this string can be altered and increased. This is done by pressing down on the fretboard near where one of the frets lie. This means that the string length is shorter, meaning a shorter wavelength or lambda, and an increased speed of vibration. That means a higher frequency or a higher note. Now on to the aforementioned pickups. What a pickup is it is a magnet underneath each individual string with a fine piece of wire coiled around it, usually several thousand times. And the reason this is done is that when a string is plucked, because it is metal, it causes a disturbance in the magnetic field around the magnet and causes the wire or the fine wire around the magnet to compress and expand in the same speed of the vibrating string, giving it the same frequency. This frequency and energy from it is then transferred into the patch cord through into the amp, and the amplifier increases the sound and makes it audible for everyone to hear. I hope you enjoyed my video of the physics behind this wonderful instrument, and I hope you enjoy my playing.